What's up, everyone? Welcome to the August 25th edition of DraftKings Tournament Plays presented by PrizePicks. I'm your host, Adam Scherer. You can follow me on Twitter at ShipMyMoneyDFS. And as a reminder, use the code AWESOMO when you sign up and make a deposit at PrizePicks. You'll receive 1 free month of Stokastic Plus Platinum. You'll also receive a 100% deposit bonus up to $100 on your first deposit. We have a 6-game MLB slate tonight. As always, we're going to take a look at 3 of the top tournament stacks and 3 of the top tournament pitchers using the top stacks tool and the top pitchers tool on the Stokastic.com website. Starting with the top stacks, number 3, the New York Mets are taking on Ryan Feltner tonight in New York. The Mets are projected for 8% ownership with a 10% chance of being the top scoring stack. Feltner has struck out 19.9% of hitters with a 4.24 xFIP so far this season. He's also allowed 1.69 home runs per 9. Obviously, this is a positive park shift for him getting out of Colorado, but he has a very difficult matchup against this Mets squad that has a 117 WRC plus and 165 ISO on their active roster. Number 2, the New York Yankees are taking on James Kaprielian tonight in Oakland. It is a negative park shift for the Yankees going to the Oakland Coliseum or whatever it's named these days. But outside of that, it is a good spot. Kaprielian has a 5.25 xFIP and has only struck out 16.5% of hitters so far this season while allowing 1.34 home runs per 9 innings. The Yankees are projected for 8% ownership with a 12% chance of being the top scoring stack. And number 1, the Toronto Blue Jays taking on Cutter Crawford tonight in Boston. Crawford has struck out 21% of hitters, but has also allowed about 1.6 home runs per 9 innings with a 4.2 xFIP so far this season. The Blue Jays active roster has a 112 WRC plus and 162 ISO. They are projected for 16% ownership, but have an 18% chance of being the top scoring stack. Now, before we take a look at the top 3 tournament pitchers, we do have a new promo code for viewers of these videos. That promo code is ADAMMLB. You can find it written at the top of the screen. Use it, get 50% off Stokastic Plus weekly. This offer is available for new users only, but if you haven't already signed up for Stokastic Plus, take advantage, use the promo code. You'll get access to behind the paywall data, including the top stacks tool and the top pitchers tool that I reference in these videos. Again, that's promo code ADAMMLB. Use it and get 50% off Stokastic Plus weekly. Now, taking a look at the top 3 tournament pitchers on tonight's slate. Number 3, Kevin Gossman, $9,600 taking on the Boston Red Sox tonight in Boston. It's not a great matchup. The Red Sox have a 103 WRC plus and a 21.7% strikeout percentage on their active roster, but it's not an overly concerning one either. And Gossman has been very good this year, striking out 27.7% of hitters with a 2.83 xFIP. He's only projected for 6% ownership with a 21% chance of being a top 2 pitcher and a 10% chance of being a top 2 value pitcher. He stands out as the best contrarian option at pitcher on this slate. Number 2, Aaron Nola, $10,000 taking on the Cincinnati Reds. Nola is going to be popular as he's projected for 57% ownership, but he also has a 37% chance of being a top 2 scoring pitcher and a 19% chance of being a top 2 value pitcher. Nola has struck out 28.2% of hitters with a 2.92 xFIP so far this season. The Reds are one of the worst offenses in baseball with an 82 WRC plus and 23.3% strikeout percentage on their active roster. And number 1, another extremely popular pitcher in Jacob DeGrom. He's only $10,800. He's taking on the Rockies. He has struck out 45.7% of hitters with a 1.08 xFIP through his first 4 starts this year. Obviously, those numbers are going to get worse going forward, but he's likely to be one of the best pitchers in baseball from now until the end of the season. He has been for years. He looks better, if anything, this year, which I didn't know was possible. He is projected for 63% ownership, but he has a 41% chance of being a top 2 scoring pitcher, in addition to a 16% chance of being a top 2 value. Outside of Coors Field this year, the Rockies' active roster has a 78 WRC plus with a 23.2% strikeout percentage. So to recap, the top 3 tournament stacks: number 3, the New York Mets; number 2, the New York Yankees; and number 1, the Toronto Blue Jays. And the top 3 tournament pitchers: number 3, Kevin Gossman; number 2, Aaron Nola; and number 1, Jacob DeGrom.